Alright, so currently I'm making a new what if. Um what if Deku had two personalities? So this is gonna be a little weird because I don't know who I'm going to start off from the fly of everything, so yeah. Um so Deku is going to have a weird quirk. And um it's going to make him have two personalities. One is borderline villain, vigilante, bleh, and one is hero. So, yeah. Um, so Deku's gonna be born. His mom isn't really going to have telekinesis, which is moving stuff. So, unless it's something else, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Um, so, Deku is well, we go to when he's before he gets his quirk checked out. So his dad is gonna be with him. Um, uh, you guys choose what his who his dad's going to be. But yeah, I don't know if I want his dad to be twice or all for one, but not give all for one to Deku. So yeah. I don't know what to choose. So you guys choose in the comments of what you want. And I'm going to make this a harem. No shipping. I mean, who should I start out with though? I might pair them up in the second episode or third. So yeah. So what should I make squirt? That's the only question that's really going in my head. Um, hmm. Twice doesn't really have the mindset of a normal person, and he can be clones himself that if they're harmed bad enough, they turn into frickin' slop. So, I mean, his mom's quirk is not going to be. I mean, it might, but still. Um, her quirk is going to be a combination between hmm telekinesis and hardening. So she is going to have a very, very strong body. She works out to actually everything for her. So she's a yoga and gym instructor. So like half of the time she's at yoga, the other time she's at gym. She's like uh 3 times uh 3 days she's yoga and the other 4 she's uh gym. So she's pretty fit. She's probably going to be like maybe uh half of Mirko fit. Maybe yeah, I'm gonna make Mirko or hit. Yeah, I'm gonna make Mirko the same edge as Deku. Ah, I like YouTubers to do that. Mainly make who else? Okay, so UA is going to be in college. Mainly because I think it's a good idea because going to be maybe some scenes that really shouldn't be there. So that should be not for kids, but oh well, in a few episodes. But it's up to you guys if you want to watch or not. So yeah. He's born. We go to time skip. Um, yeah, you guys decide the father. I don't really care. Um, Deku is in school making friends. Um, Time skip to before he goes to the quirk doctor. Fuck. Hmm. I mean, and I'm going to have his quirk be a little modified. So his quirk is going to be just for him, and no one else can really copy it because if they do copy it, their mind is going to be fucking destroyed. Like, they use it more than once, they're going to be destroyed. But Deku, he already has two personalities. He's already friends with his other one. I'm going to name his other personality Void. So yeah, Void and him are friends along with a lot of other people, and yes, um, Ingo did take him to a basically therapist to get along with his other personality because she didn't know what's wrong with him. They went to a therapist. They got friends. Um, yeah. So yeah. Um, so Deku is going to have okay. So in like kindergarten, I believe that's when. Um, he's going to have a girlfriend. Quotation marks there. Um, because they mainly play girlfriend and boyfriend, but it's going to um go up from playing to actually being. So yeah, it's Mirako and Deku going to be girlfriend and boyfriend. He's going to have harems though. Yeah. Hmm. So yeah. Hmm. Was the picture always like that? Oh crap. Oh well. Um. So yeah. Deku is friends with him. He does tell everyone that he has multiple personality, and he tells them to try and be nice to him because he's very mean. And if you're on his good side, you're pretty good to maybe survive. If you're on his bad side, you're going to be freaking fucked up like freaking uh cookie and milk, basically. So he's going to have two quirks, mainly because of his two personalities. He's able to use both of them, just not as effectively as when he switches personalities. So a day before they go to the quirk doctor, Bakugo gets his quirk. So the next day, Deku goes to the same, well, not same, different doctor because he had a feeling about the original Doctor he went to, so yeah, that's a thing. If you want, if the dad isn't All For One in the comments, I'm going to make All For One a frickin' harem character. Or twice. Just so you know. And Toga's gonna be in the harem too. Mainly because I like Toga, and she's crazy, but I'm pretty sure multiple personalities would get along with her. Multiple. Yeah. Deku, he goes and, goes to Quirk Doctor, fuck. He, tells him that he has a quirk. It's just, sorry, I'm looking out the window. There's one outside. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So, Deku gets his quirk. He switches personalities to get his quirk. So, yeah, his other personality is going to have, a seduction quirk, basically. So, his ability is when he touches someone's shoulder, fuck, and says, I've captured you. They're going to fall head over heels for him. And Izuku's, Void and Deku combined would be basically very overpowered, but yeah, he's going to basically somewhat have the power kind of like twice, but it's much different. So it stays in perfectly good shape afterward, and after he does clone, and he can basically move his body, basically do a lot of. Basically, he can he has superpowers. The telekinesis quirk that he had multiplied into basically all the other abilities you could possibly have. So like, wait, I'm gonna have to search them up. I mean, if you know, put them in the comments, so then I can write them down. So yeah, you guys can do that. 13 minutes. All right, so time skip to high school, middle school. Miriko has been to a different thing, so yeah. She's been trained professionally by the government. So saying that like it like that because I don't like the government. If you don't agree with me, fuck off. I don't care. So, she actually goes to middle school. Wouldn't it be high school? I don't know. I'll keep it to middle school though. They all want to be heroes still. Bakugo is friends with both Deku and Void. So, and if you have not noticed any of the side characters in the first class, in the class with Bakugo and Deku, I'm going to say there's three, because the dude with the mist, I'm going to say he goes into UA, but he's in a different class, so he's not going to be relevant at all in the story. But he's going to be in basically a silent hero. So basically, he's going to be uh, doing missions that involve him being sneaky. So yeah. I mean, if you think about it all of those characters, their quirks can be categorized to where everyone's quirk can go into separate things. Like, you can be the silent, or you can be freaking in the dark, like I'm making YouTube somehow, or be a fucking superhero that goes in the dark and keeps quiet, or be one that gets information. A lot of those can go well in those quirks if you use them right. Thank you for listening to that rant. But yeah, so they have a new student, um, Nezuko. Yeah, Nezuko. I'm bringing Demon Slayer to it. Tanjiro is not gonna be in here, so yeah. That is even know So basically, um, once Nezuko's abilities is so they're going to be 4 actually. Should have said that. So yeah, they go to high school. Everything's space. No one gets really bullied except for Nezuko. So Deku steps up, and so Nezuko falls in love with Deku. Um, so everyone's in. New teacher, better one actually. That actually teaches better. So so they he throws all the papers to the students, picks jobs. Most of them are actually good for, and so Deku is how should I say this? Oh, Deku and Nezuko, Bakugo, and what's his face go to UA. Sludge villain attack. I should probably do that. Deku and Nezuko. Imagine Nezuko. She does the cute little run away from that chick that doesn't really have emotions. So yeah. All I see is that when I imagine Nezuko or the memes. Oh, it's funny. Fuck. I can't get it out of my head. Oh. Ah. Everyone in the comments, tell me what you think about Nezuko. And if you don't know her, Google her. Google her name and you'll see her. She's very cute. So yeah. Um. So they go to UA. Well, not well. Actually, yeah. So Sludge Villain, he tries to trap Deku. So Deku uses some of his powers to manipulate him and everything. And Nezuko, my dear, she used her oh wait, she uses her blood. Let me just say, yeah. So she basically somewhat keeps it casts her blood on her because it's her blood, and she uses her ability, which is God damn it, I know something to do with blood flames. Oh well, but blood fireball. So it even takes a drop of blood and turns it into a freaking fireball. And she's super strong because she's technically still a demon though, but nah, yeah. So she's really strong. Yeah. So All Might sorry for the pause. I had to think. All Might comes in, picks the thing up, accidentally drops it once he gives a thing. So they get on their way. All Might drops his bottle mid-flight. Leaves a hole in his pockets. And Bakugo gets caught. So they have to help him. All Might sees what the fuck he did. Puffs up big again. And his hours have just gone down from like going up his hours from like 3 to like or like however he had to like 10 hours. So he's gonna have like 5 hours. So yeah. So he's been doing about like maybe 4 hours of hero work. He's done save Bakugo and the other two because in the heat of the moment they forgot they had quirks. So All Might saves them, uses up his last hour. You have to get there like in a flash. So yeah, So yeah, Deku and Nezuko return home after that. They actually do show off their quirks to the superheroes. So yeah, so who should I give one for all to? I'll still give it to Deku. Mainly because he's a master. So yeah. Um hmm. Hmm. So Deku gets trains for it. His body has been actually much more tanned than toned. Toned. Because so his quirk is basically like Shadow Clone Jutsu. So his he does train with everything else. He does learn everything. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I say many times. Um. So Deku trains for 10 months. He since with his clones it takes a lot less. So he actually had a clone run until they were like skin and bone. So any fat that he actually had on him, he told that clone to disappear, and it did, and turned into a thing of rocks. So, I mean, Deku was kind of chubby, but once that thing popped, it's like everything went. So all of Deku really did was freaking get skinny as hell. But since, I mean, he did have a clone eat a lot, so he wasn't skin and bone mostly. He just was like normal canon, uh, like weight. So yeah. So yeah. So Deku is like, since everything is like done, all the clone basically clones he had turned into rocks. So yeah, basically skipping stones. He could choose what type of rocks they turn into. So yeah. Um. So Deku keeps training. Literally, like he sends like 10 to the gym and like 10 to yoga. So he takes yoga and he goes to gym. So he's like very buff. It just doesn't show with all this fucking thing. So he can handle like maybe 75 in his whole arm. So instead of him breaking multiple arms in like the canon, he gets an idea of how, like, after like breaking his arms a few times, Deck was like, how? Wait, if that's the case, wouldn't his whole body be inflamed now? So he tries to regulate it so he can control like 75 to like 65, around that number. So he has Black Whip, Float, and a few of the other quirks that the other ones had. So, yeah. And not to mention, when he uses his seduction quirk, whenever he uses it and he takes the virginity of a girl or has intercourse with anyone who has it isn't a virgin, they equally have, well, the virgins get like 4 times the pleasure. The non-virgins get like 3 times. So, oh, sorry if any of my voice has been muffled, or if you heard sounds in the background. So yeah. Um. Oh, how long? Okay. So. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So yeah. 10 months over. They take the test. Huh. Who should I make girl? I'm gonna make all of 1A a girl. Girls. Ah. Oh, that. I'm gonna have to look up the characters. This shit's in the background. Before I started this. Oh well. Mineta is not gonna be part of UA. Yeah, just no, no. Oof. So, who am I gonna replace him with? Which class solution? Ah, wait. Hmm. It's so fucking hard. Um. Um. You know what? I'm gonna replace with. I probably should have done this in the first place. Fuck. This shouldn't really make sense. Um. Um. Izunko. There we go. Fucking go. The twin of Izuku. Izuno. Ah, shit. Izunoko. Someone actually come up with a name that I can remember. In the comments, place a name that I can remember. Oof. It's very fucking. Hmm. Hmm. Might have done. Should have done Eri. Oh well. So Naruto. Fuck. Deku. Deku. Sorry. Sorry. It's Deku. Oh, I did like 5 Naruto what ifs. Oh, same one, but yeah. Even like 3 of them have sex scenes in them. I don't know. But go check my other videos out. Okay, well, yeah. Well, all right. So on to the test. Deku's talking to himself, basically to his other personality. Ida's the girl. Yeah, girl Ida. Ida. Just call them by their names, I think. Is like, will you shut the hell up? Some people are trying to listen. And Void talks through Deku. He's annoyed. Goes, yeah? Well, some people are trying to have conversation. Well, some people aren't listening. So talk to them. I'm having a conversation with myself because I have 2 personalities, me and Izuku. So shut the fuck up. Ida's taken aback at this. She looks around and actually does notice that a lot of people aren't paying attention. And Void says, please, continue the lesson. Thank you. And I see that, and I believe, since I've done research, there are 0 pointers. And Ida, if you make a comment, I'm going to slap you like I did. The slime villain that you probably heard about. So, yeah, he does, he is, like, relatively smart, so he gets, like, top grade. Smarter than Momo. Smarter than anyone. He gets, like, A pluses. Oof. And, so, yeah, so Deku, in the points, saves and destroys robots. So he gets, like, 75 hero points and more points than All Might in the and however many he had. So he got like 300 points in total. Well, 400 if you want to count stuff, but yeah. Then he saves Little Rock from the big 0-pointer. He lifts the rocks up with his mind. Basically seduces her with Void's help, and yeah. Next part might actually have some scenes. So yeah, and I'm gonna make most of the teachers feminine, like Aizawa and maybe President Mike. Maybe. It's also hard to tell which ones I should do. Oh well. I'll think of it. I'll just make Aizawa. Just make a plot. So yeah, Deku gets in first place. Bakugo second place. Mirako third. A lot of people, other words. Other numbers, I don't really care at this point. What should I do? Oh yeah, we time skip and went after the whole thing. She makes a big feast out of Inko. Sorry, makes a big feast with Nezuko there, and since they're all fit, Nezuko does go to the gym and do yoga, so she's pretty flexible. And Izuku is going and Void are going to encourage all the girls in the class to, besides Froppy, well, yeah, and Froppy, because even though she's pretty flexible, she still needs to be, she may be a frog, but still, she needs more flexibility, and yeah. So, yeah, Nezuko is pretty flexible. Actually, I'm going to make this part a little bit 18 plus, maybe. So Nezuko, oh yeah, and Nezuko gets fourth. So Nezuko, in congratulations, takes Deku's first. And she, like in the anime, that's weird, grows big, because she has the ability to either be as big as a frickin' Oni, which is like a frickin' demon thing that's like an ogre. So, yeah, she goes big. Her, boobs are like the size of Deku's head. She's really nice. Yeah, yeah, I don't really. So, they do doggy style, since they're so flexible, they do very weird styles that would honestly freak people out. Like, she frickin' does a handstand and gives him a foot job while kissing him. And she turns her while they're doing doggy style. She turns like those weird brothers on a frickin' if you watch TV shows and have watched those weird brothers twist their bodies all the way around back to in front. Yeah, she's basically like that, only she doesn't go all the way from like she doesn't do a 360. She does like a 190. 180. Yeah, 180. So yeah, so she does that, kisses him, does weird stuff with him, experiments. Yeah, feel really weird explaining this. Especially when she's all bendy. Ugh. Oh well. I'll get over it. So yeah. They do it until morning. While someone is watching. They don't notice. And this person, hold up. I might have to end it up here. This person is none other than Miracle. So she hops into the window, spies on him. Once Deku wakes up and Nezuko's on and Inko's bed because Deku wanted to be nice and yeah. So once he wakes up, Miracle, he has morning wood, so she pulls down his pants while he's still asleep. So when he takes off the blanket, like when you try to get out of bed, so she hops on him with everything off, and she moans like a freaking, comparing this to a game, like those infected zombies in not Walking Dead, Zombie Island. Yeah, if you've ever played Zombie Island, I do recommend it if you like killing zombies, because then you can like slice their heads off, their arms, their legs, shoot them. Normally probably like 3 weapons: shotgun, freaking rifle and pistol. So yeah, various types, but yeah. So Naruto's like, what the fuck? So they do it until like before school starts. She finishes with him. Oh, and yeah, Deku can go like 5 rounds. So she's like weak in the knees, goes to her house. Well, technically she's already in the uniform, but still. She goes to her house, eats breakfast, with her knees still kind of weakened. So, yeah. And he tells her, before she leaves, to go do yoga and go to the gym more. So then she can be more flexible. Because then he realizes he was sensing someone staring, but not with malicious intent, so he didn't notice it. So he didn't do anything. So he realized that it was her, and then told her, if you want to do what she did, you're gonna have to go do yoga. So she does after like a week of school. First day of school, everything happens kind of like normal, only yeah, he throws it even farther, technically, than he did in Cannon. So we got like 1,000 meters. I mean, Ochako got frickin' infinity like normal. Katsuki, Bakugo, Katsuki. I'm still gonna keep it as girl's name. So yeah, everything technically happens in Canada, but a little different. So yeah, Miriko's with them. She gets like, I don't know how much she actually got in Canon. Oh well, she gets, since she kicks it, she gets maybe like 500 to 600 meters, give or take. I don't really know what she got in Canon, so I don't really know. So yeah, if I get like 1 to 2 likes, I will do part 2. And if I get like 2 or 3 likes on my other one, yeah. Um yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, and comment who the dad should be of frickin' Deku. So yeah, goodbye.